Hey guys, you're watching Keeping It Real with Vasavi, where I keep it real all day, every day, even when I don't want to, which is most of the time because it's much harder to keep it real. It's much easier to not keep it real than it is to, but you guys know that this is what I'm committed to. And so I'm so excited today. My friend and I, Jen Pastiloff, first of all, this is like the seventh time we've been trying to get this interview going, and something has happened. Well, in my life, it felt like seven, but okay, Jen says it's third. Oh, second. Oh, yeah. So Jen is hard of hearing. Okay. And, I wasn't actually going to say anything, but I realized that, you guys might notice that sometimes I'll say something and she may not hear me. So I thought, why not just say it instead of like you guys wondering what the hell's happening in the conversation. So Jen can't hear in her right ear, right? Okay. So, like, I feel so wrong laughing right now, but I can't help it because she's laughing. So whatever, I can laugh too. So just a little bit about Jen because as you guys know, I interview people that I really want you guys to get to know, and if you're not following them or reading their stuff or watching their stuff, you really need to. So I first saw something that Jen posted on her website at jenniferpastiloff.com, and I started seeing her writing, and I'm like, wow, I've never really read anybody's writing that speaks straight to my inner child, to this woundedness inside of me, but then also has a way of making me feel like I'm gonna be fine, regardless of what it is. She's speaking right to my soul. I always read her blogs and I'm like, it's gonna be fine, because it is gonna be fine. And so Jen is a writer living in Southern California, and she's been featured on Good Morning America and CBS, The Doctors, and most recently she was in New York Magazine. In fact, like this past week, she was in New York Magazine. She's a lover of life, laughter, poetry, yoga, homeland, and a really good glass of wine. What's your favorite kind of wine, Jen? And coffee, right? So I'm coffee. And what's your favorite kind of wine? What's your favorite kind of wine? Yes, just good wine. And I don't like too sweet. It has to be dry for me. So, oh, actually, and you're doing your retreat in Italy soon, right? You're doing your yoga retreat. What the hell? You should be having it at breakfast too. Okay, so Jen also is the creator of karaoke yoga and manifestation yoga. And what I love is that she's all about, her work is all about causing serious breakthroughs in your life without being too serious. And I'm sure you guys know this, right? Shit can get so heavy in the personal growth industry. It's like, wow, let's cry about it, let's go deep. And I believe in going deep. I believe that you got to look within and you got to go deep and wide. But what I love about Jen is that she doesn't take it too seriously. And she does add that sense of humor to it. And her rule is if you fall, you must laugh. And that's true in class. And so she teaches her inspirational style of yoga all over the world. She travels the world teaching workshops and leading her manifestation retreats. That's what we were just talking about, her retreat in Italy that she's going to be doing. And she's in the process of writing her first book, a memoir. I didn't even know that, by the way. Ha- Yes. And the last fact about Jen is that I love this, Jen, that you spent 13 years working in the same restaurant and believes that everyone should have a job in the service industry at least once in their life. It's good for the soul to serve others. Yes. And of course, you can check out her blog at the Manifestation Station at manifestationyoga.com, and also check her out, personally, all the stuff that she's doing, her retreats. So all roads lead to Rome. And so, guys, I usually have topics like this is what we're going to be talking about today on Keeping It Real. But what I love about the interview series is that we just kind of shoot the breeze. Part of why I wanted to bring Jen on here is because she is one of the most honest people that I know. And the reason why, I mean, I always loved Jen, okay? But then she did something a few weeks ago where basically she talked about how somebody called her out on promoting herself too much. It was so stupid. Like, and I felt I felt angry for her. I'm like, what the heck? So Jen, I want to talk about that. Remember when we had that conversation? Oh, they called her a narcissist. And we were just talking about how, how about you go ahead? Because, we just had a really good time talking. Yeah. Arrogant, bragger. Yeah. So, yeah, yeah. Amen, sister. Yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, listen, here's the thing. And we could analyze it. And I like what you said, like you looked at the gift of it, right? Because, yes, you put your covers over your head. I would have totally put my covers over my head too and like cried myself. Because, it does take a lot to put yourself out there, and in the way that. I I gotta tell you, Jen, reading your stuff and seeing how open you are. I don't. I used to think like 5 times before I posted anything. I mean, just culturally, how I was raised was keep every. No, absolutely. I mean, because of you, Jen, I've been able to like I always I mean like my parents think I'm like way too open and I'm like if you even knew half the stuff that was in my mind and I don't say it, so you're so right because you shine. When I see you posting things, I'm like, wow, like that's such an honest question or this is such an honest statement. I want to be honest too. Like it gives me, for me, when I think about shining, like for me, shining is to be completely unfiltered. That's what shining means for me. It may look like, for somebody else, maybe writing their blog post or getting out on video. For me, when I'm shining, truly shining, I'm completely unfiltered. Like I'm just saying what's on my mind, and just but also yeah. So what the I am gonna bring this up. I hope this doesn't put you on the spot. But the one thing that I've really been admiring, a lot of people are afraid to say what they want out loud. Okay, they're embarrassed. They think it's too big. They think other people are gonna get jealous. And I know you, Jen, have almost started this movement for people to support you to get on Super Soul Sunday. I am one. Yeah. No way. No, Jen, I gotta tell you right now. I mean, you guys just watching, like Jen wants. I mean, like it's just even as I say it, I am scared to even say it because I know how scary it is. It must be for you, Jen, you know what I mean? Like I'm excited for you, but I think it's awesome, and I'm like, God, the way Jen has been able to rally people to basically kind of I don't want to say the word pitch, but to get the eyes of the producers of Super Soul Sunday because Jen would be awesome. I mean, you are meant to be on there just because of your message. And I mean, like, I commend you. I commend you so much for doing that. And I know. Yeah. Psha. Let me stop. Psha. You're so funny. Okay, so listen, Jen. Here's the people watching this video right now. You know, whether it's going to be your community or my community. You know, everybody and is will tweet Super Soul Sunday hashtag. No problem. Um, but yes, and but here's the thing though, like based on how you live your life, based on the fact that you do banish your doubt, and even within your fear and in your doubt you still walk. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people say to me like, you're fearless. I say, oh no, I have a ton of fear. I just walk with it. I just do what I got to do anyway, still, you know, being scared. And the more I walk, the more free I am from my fear, so it doesn't really affect me as much. But you know, for people who are wanting to do whatever it is that they want to do, whether it's to write that book, whether it's to ask that person out on a date. I mean, how do you, Jen? How did you become this way? How did you become that person that really does have that kind of courage to really go after what you want? And the beautiful thing about you, Jen, it's not even that you have the courage to go after what you want, is that you're able to get people to support you to want it. Like you get everybody else on board cheering for you. How did you make that happen? How'd you do that? Because you're doing what feels natural. There's no stopping you now, Pastiloff. I love your. This is the funniest interview. I can't stop laughing. No, but Jen, I really love. I knew that this was going to be like this. Like you just your life experience has is so. I mean, like your life is so teachable. You know what I mean? Like there's so much of your life that just by listening to how you live your life and the stuff that you've learned along the way and the stuff that you're still working through. I mean, which is a lot, and that's great. I mean, I like I said this before, the thing that I am most in awe of, and that I could learn from you is the way that you're so able to boldly ask for what you want and ask for the support of your community or your tribe. Yes, and I think that there no there is enough, and it just feels so good to. And by the way, Jen, like thanks for saying that so honestly. Like, yeah, whenever I see somebody else like doing something, I'm like, well, do I just suck? Like, what's wrong with me? I keep busting my butt. What's happening? It's an ugly place. I don't like. Yeah. Contemplate thyself. No, but I absolutely right. I mean, because yeah, I think yeah, I mean, that's definitely the biggest, not the biggest struggle, but it's almost like it is a struggle for me because it's like when I have certain thoughts, I'm like, oh, but I should know better, right? There's this thing of I should know better. And it's like, no, I shouldn't know better because clearly I'm having these thoughts. You know what I mean? If I knew better, but like, there's nothing wrong with having that thought. It really is about interrupting that pattern, though. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, life is definitely way too short. But I know, guys, if you want to get more of Jen's readings, go down to, well, they all paths lead to Rome. So you can go to Jennifer Pastiloff. I'll put it in the blog below, jenniferpastiloff.com. Facebook.com/Jennifer Pastiloff. And she also has her Facebook. Oh, well, yeah, that's her fan page. Is face slash Jennifer Pastiloff. She's great. I mean, just join in because, I mean, what I love, Jen, is that you can throw a question out there and then all these people will be engaging. And like you're in there, like you're in and out of there. You know what I mean? But it's like you really have created a space where people just talk. Yes. I feel like we've talked a lot. We've talked a lot today. This is like the first time Jen and I got on the phone. It was like 2 weeks ago, actually, when she was called narcissistic on her Facebook page, and I wanted to call her I think I called her just to see how she was doing. Oh no, we were playing phone tag, and I was just like, I don't know what we're gonna talk about, Jen, but you got a lot to offer, and I don't want to have any ready questions for you because you just have so much to already say. So, Jen, any last words that you want to share with my people? Sometimes when you're talking, I just get so like into what you're saying that I'm in a trance, and it takes me like a second to. I know, but when you I was like, I hope she doesn't think I wasn't paying attention because when you're talking, I'm like this. Yeah. Yes. But like you said, if there's enough, there's nothing to lose. course it's or avoid looking bad. Or avoid looking bad. No, you got. Who says keep it real in Kansas? What? You gotta throw your finger signs up. You may get shot, but that's fine. Keep it real. I love what you just said, Jen. You said, of course it's scary until it's not. Yeah. And hopefully, my whole thing is, this year in my business, just like a few new programs and products, I go, we'll just throw it against the wall and see what sticks. I've just been throwing stuff against the wall and like, does it stick? Okay, great. We'll keep that. If it's sliding off, okay, yeah, what do we need to do to tweak that? Keeping it real in Kansas and Southern California. I'm such a dork. Hey, listen, no, that's totally fine. I wouldn't have it any other way. I look at all the kids who made fun of me and I say, look at me now. Look at me now. Okay, so guys, go over to jenniferpastiloff.com. Jen's stuff is great. If you like it, share it with the friends. She also has you've been video blogging so much more, Jen. It's such a treat to see your face like every other day with your videos. Yeah, in your bedroom. I mean, it's great. Thank you so much for videoing. Yeah, no, I love your writing, but I love it even more. I'm much more of a face-to-face kind of gal. And also go to her Facebook page over at facebook.com/ just Jen Pastiloff, right? Jen, yeah, Jennifer. Yeah, I'll link it below. I'll link it. So, Jen, thank you so much. We finally made this happen. Bye, Jen. Wait, don't hang up. Bye.